Ukraine war. Russia warns Sweden and Finland against NATO membership. No NATO. Well, that's what they say. I mean, I don't know if they're going to take the warning, but they're saying, hey, look what we're doing over here. We got bombs and guns and drones. And you don't want none of that, do you? It's a big mess. It's a big mess. Takes forever to recover if, there's residual, lasting effects of this stuff. Life, man.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about the economy. I'm talking about human life. Is that what you're talking about?
I think so.
Good.
That's what I'm thinking.
So you got to take this stuff seriously, but look at what happened. What's that expression, Mo? What's the matter?
Oh, sorry. It's nothing to do with the story. My internet just went down for a bit.
It's because of the Cat 7
Yeah. Well, we've been goofing, so.
escapade from earlier. People in Finland specifically start chatting about expediting this NATO process. Polls start to show the public wants to do it because of the Ukraine stuff, I guess, speeding things up. Sweden jumps in. They go, we're right next door to you, Finland.
Yeah.
Might be a good time. Can't attack all of us, can you? Well, first of all, yes, you can.
Of course, but
Go ahead.
a little occupied right now.
Go ahead.
If they wanted to move and move quick, I mean, right now would be a pretty good time, wouldn't it?
Go ahead.
I keep saying go ahead, and I keep trying. I got to keep trying. I almost went there for another one.
You want to know what's sick about this, Mo?
What's that?
What is absolutely sick is the pleasure he gets out of go ahead to you.
There's no pleasure in saying that.
I look over at you and you're just grinning ear to ear. Any Mo, go ahead.
No, I just want to see how long Mo kind of keeps
how I keep
positioning
trying.
himself.
Yeah.
But that's what's happening. That's what you just did.
Yeah, you got to keep trying.
That's what I'm saying. Shout out Andre. So yes, so they're right next door. Similar neutral status in these places, the Nordic countries. Been the case for a lot throughout history in these places. NATO, however, expanding. You can see, what is that? That's a map. Before 97, got your purple representing NATO before 97, and now you have the orange joining in post 1997. Ukraine, obviously, talking about. I mean, that's kind of what started this whole thing,
Right.
and then up above there, we're gonna have Finland and Sweden.
Right.
And they're kind of in gray, but that would give NATO quite the coverage, would it not?
Yeah.
Shout out Jameson, who says, "Here's for some Tims. Thank you very much. I'm curious about the scenes in China. Yeah, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it.
Okay.
We're going to cover the scenes.
We got the scenes.
We got all the scenes." Because I'm living life just like you guys are. I'm here. I'm on the internet. I'm looking around. I'm whoa, wow. It's tough to know what to believe and not believe, but you're exposed and then you take it in and you gotta you filter. You try to process and see what you can figure out. But you kind of gotta have a sort of little healthy skepticism as well. So anyway,
because it's news on the internet.
Well, it's just the internet, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's just the way it is. It's a lot of noise. Signal to noise ratio. Will. It's like you with your audio equipment over there. I know how important that is to you. Signal to noise ratio. Yeah. You wake up in a cold sweat in the middle of the night.
Signal.
Is this a good signal to noise ratio? I am with what Mo said earlier. It's kind of, if Finland goes ahead with it, there's like a certain kind of solidarity aspect to it from Sweden, their neighbors, and maybe there's less attention paid to them by people or other countries that wouldn't like the idea of them joining. especially since they have the Finland buffer between them and Russia seems to be the NATO police at the moment.
Mhm.
You join NATO, you get Russia. You got
On your back.
You get some.
Yeah.
You get some U.S. missiles. You get Russia. We're gonna come say hi. We're gonna come neighborly welcome.
Call it a welcome. That's not nice.
I'm not the one laughing though.
Okay.
What does
Well,
that mean? Yeah, this is tough because this could lead to war, more war.
Sweden's ruling Social Democratic Party, which has traditionally opposed NATO membership, said it is rethinking this position in light of Russia's attack on its western neighbor. Party Secretary Tobias Bowden told local media that the NATO review should be complete within the next few months. They're saying we're going to go fast. And Finland talking even faster. And Finland is right on the border as well. So that would not be the toughest invasion for Russia. But I don't know, man. I got to believe. This is the weird part for me, okay? Is it's a lot of talking at first, but if you can expedite the process and you just, they're in. Like, what if the news comes out tomorrow that secretly they did the paperwork behind the scenes and they're like, no, they're already in.
yeah.
Then if Russia touches them, NATO goes into action and you just called on everybody.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's confusing to me. The muscles get flexed. They say, don't you do it. Because if you do it, it's way too much action coming our way.
Right.
But then why don't they just do this in secret? And then they just post the ceremony. Look at that. We're in NATO now.
Yeah. I'm sure there's
Or are they do they take a slow approach to see what some of the reactions are? I don't know.
there's got to be like due process, right?
On Monday, Army leaders in Helsinki announced a new plan to allocate 14 million British pounds to purchase drones for Finland's military. I was going to say that's not that much money for like military spending, but just drones? It's quite a few drones. And last month, Swedish officials said they would boost defense spending by 3 billion kronas, which is $317 million. Listen, everybody in the region is looking at things a little bit differently post Russia in Ukraine. Everybody's looking at things a little bit differently, and it's one of the side effects of the situation.
Yeah.
That as soon as I heard the Finland stuff first, I was like, oh, maybe you get a response. Maybe there's more NATO in your neighborhood than there ever was because of your own actions.
Exactly. Yeah.
Trying to suppress it.
Yeah. It's like
the Streisand effect.
Yes, that's what I was just gonna say. Yeah.
But in real life.
Yeah.
Internet. Those mechanics seem to play out across spectrums. You want people to stop talking about joining NATO, so you head in there and smash, and then everyone's talking about joining NATO. Fast.
Do you think it might be in fear?
Well, I mean, I think you've just created the argument for doing so.
Yeah.
You've made it very crystal clear
Well, security has now become
why you would want the protection of other nations.
Yeah.
Like the mafia. You know,
NATO's the mafia?
no, but like I'm saying, it works the same way, right?
Kind of, yeah.
All of a sudden, somebody's messing with you. They rob your store. Mob comes along. They go, you don't want that to happen anymore.
Yeah.
Do you? NATO mob. And
We'll
then
protect you.
And then you give us a couple fees or whatever you do. I don't know.
Right.
And
However
then
NATO
all of a
works.
sudden, that dude ain't messing with you anymore. There's something feels good about that.
No, for sure. Like you earlier used the Big Brother example. Like if
When you
you're-
go to high school, and you
yeah,
have a big
exactly.
brother,
And your big brother says, if somebody messes with you, I'll come and I'll get you.
you better cut to his angle when he did that
With
because
the- with the couple-
he was a big brother. He has younger brothers.
I do.
Yeah.
Look what he just did.
Yeah. And that puts you at peace of mind because you're like, okay, you know,
Threatened me.
yeah, you keep away from my family
That
there.
finger was just sliced me in half over here.
Oh